And we welcome you to Elmhurst College. We are inside R.A. Faginal Hall. It is Blue Jay basketball tonight. The 3-0 Elmhurst College Blue Jays take on the 2-0 Benedictine University Eagles. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Kruger. We're delighted to have you logged on to BlueJayTV.com. It should be a great ball game here tonight. Two unbeatens early on in this season. They're introducing the starting lineups. Bruce Hill, the PA announcer. You may hear him in the background. The starting five for Keith Bunkenberg's Eagles of Benedictine. Teron Harvey is a junior. John Dodson also in the backcourt. He is a senior. Up front, Lucas Johnson is a senior. Michael Blazek is a junior. Adam Reynolds is also a junior. Well, they have turned off the entire house lights, and now the introductions to the Elmhurst College Blue Jays being announced right now by Bruce Hill. The Blue Jays ranked number 8 in the nation by D3 and among other different publications. Augustana ranked number 1 in the nation. All right, the starting five for head coach John Baines and the Elmhurst College Blue Jays. Pat Coleman getting the start, 6'2 senior out of North Chicago. Kyle Wiest also in the backcourt. Wiest, a preseason All-American candidate, 6'1 senior out of Edinburgh, Indiana. Bryant Ackerman is a 6'2 guard, also a senior out of Lugatti, Indiana. Eric Crittenden is a 6'7 senior out of Crete. He went to Marian Catholic. And then Will Nixon, big number 52, the 6'7 senior out of Plainfield South High School. The Blue Jays in their home white. Eagles in their traveling red. Good crowd on hand here tonight at R.A. Faginal Hall. Elmhurst averaging about 98 points per game. They really like to get up and down. John Baines goes 11-12 deep. They won earlier back on November 20th at Greenville College, beating them 123-111. Meanwhile, Benedictine, they like to put some points on the board too. The Eagles averaging 82 points per contest. It'll be Lucas Johnson and Will Nixon to jump center. Ball is up, tip controlled by the Blue Jays, and we are underway here at R.A. Faginal Hall on the campus of Elmhurst College. Popping out top is Wiest. Taking the shot at the corner is Crittenden. It's a little bit short. Here come the Eagles, their first possession of the night. Up top, taking the jumper is Harvey. Instead, he lays it in side to Adam Reynolds, who gets the easy layup. 2-0 Eagles here in the early going. Coleman hands it off to Ackerman. Blue Jays working it around the perimeter here. Early moments of this contest, Nixon down on the block. Nixon with a turnaround half hook, and it's no good, and pulled down by Dodson. Eagles quickly on the attack. 20 on the shot clock. Illinois, Benedictine, the Eagles, we mentioned them, coming in at 2-0, and there is a foul behind the arc by Bryant Ackerman, so 3 free throws should be forthcoming here for Michael Blazek. But Benedictine has played 2 CCIW opponents and won both of them. They beat Illinois Wesleyan, and they also beat Wheaton. So their third straight game of the season against a CCIW opponent in the Elmhurst College Blue Jays here tonight. Blazek hits the first 2 free throws. He'll have one more. Last year, of course, as Blazek misses the third foul shot. Elmhurst, a tremendous season a year ago as they turn the ball over here. Kind of a slow start here in the home opener for the Blue Jays. Elmhurst reached the second round of the NCAA Division III tournament last year, and they returned the top 13 scorers from last year, ranked number 8 in the D3Hoops.com polls. A couple other teams in the CCIW. There's a foul on Will Nixon. His first, it's the second team foul. Illinois Wesleyan ranked number 24 in the nation. And look out for the Augustana Vikings. Augustana ranked number 1 this year, the NCAA championship game last year. All 5 starters are back for the Vikings. It's going to be a great, great conference race. Oh, left-handed half hook by Teron Harvey. And a 6-0 run to start the game for the Eagles. Coleman from 17, way off the mark. And the rebound into the hands of Luke Johnson. Dodson picks up his dribble to get it inside to Reynolds. Reynolds backing in, turns, misses the shot but got fouled. So Adam Reynolds will come to the line. He'll shoot 2. Here's another look at it as Reynolds backing in on Coleman. That's a mismatch, and Reynolds did a great job of taking advantage of his height and his strength. And so he'll come to the line here to shoot 2. Coleman is first. 3 team fouls on Elmhurst as Reynolds hits the first. They'll have 1 more. Eagles have yet to commit a foul here. 17:48 remaining here in this first half. Second free throw is also good by Reynolds. 8-0 run to start the game for the Eagles. Wiest, see if they can get him open for a shot. Coleman picks up his dribble in the corner. Here's Nixon on the elbow. There's Wiest. Had the 3, but he stepped out of bounds. Another turnover for the Blue Jays. John Baines telling his club, calm down, calm down. John Baines, a long-time assistant to Mark Scher. Great, great coach for the Blue Jays for all those years. Eagles almost throw it away, but Reynolds was in the right place to track it down. Reynolds picks up his dribble at the top of the key, 13 on the shot clock. Dodson double teamed, up top to Reynolds. 7 on the shot clock. Johnson has it stripped away. Here come the Blue Jays on the attack. Wiest in the front court, numbers are not there, so he'll pull it out top. Ackerman hands it off to Wiest. Wiest with the floater had it partially blocked, and the rebound taken down by Harvey. Dodson had the wide open 3, decided to pass up on it. Wide open shot. Reynolds, he passed up on it and walked. Traveling violation for the Eagles. They do not turn the ball over that often. They average just 12 turnovers per game. Elmhurst averaging 20 turnovers per contest. 16:33 remaining here in the first half. And there's a bucket by Eric Crittenden to get it to go. First 2 points for the 8th-ranked Blue Jays. 8-2 with 16:20 to go here in the first half. Glad you're logged on to BlueJayTV.com. Special welcome to the Rebels who are logged on in Batavia, tuning into the game. And there's a triple by Adam Reynolds, who buries the 3. 7 points for Adam Reynolds. It's 11-2. Favor of Benedictine. And we'd like to welcome everybody around the world tuning in to BlueJayTV.com. To the left hand, nicely done by Eric Crittenden, his second field goal of the game. And it's 11-4. Let's hope the Blue Jays are settled down now. Eagles working it around the perimeter. Blazek up top to Reynolds. Instead he drives, kicks it out to Dodson. His triple is off, and Nixon with the strong rebound for the Blue Jays. Nixon hands it off to Wiest. Wiest will take the triple. Nope. And the rebound taken down by Luke Johnson of the Eagles. Benedictine pushing it up. off the glass and in. Nice move by Teron Harvey. Harvey with 4. It's 13-4 in favor of the visiting Eagles. Crittenden on the drive, and he puts it in. So Eric Crittenden with all 3 of the Blue Jays field goals. He's averaging just about 12 points per game, 8 rebounds per game as well for Crittenden, the senior out of Marian Catholic. Johnson will fire the triple. It's short. Dodson, he'll fire the 3, and he'll hit it. John Dodson, 6-foot senior guard out of Gary, Indiana, buries the triple. Benedictine by 10, 16-6. Crittenden again, he's been the hot hand for the Blue Jays. Dodson into the front court. Guarded by Nixon. That's a mismatch right there. Nixon got the block. Off to Coleman. Pat pushing it up. Behind the back dribble. Now gives it off to Ackerman. And the Blue Jays will set the offense here. Ackerman wanting Nixon to come out, and he does. He's got the ball at the top. Wiest, 10 on the shot clock. Coleman with a wide open 19-footer. Back of the iron, no good. Reynolds gets the rebound. All 5 of the Benedictine starters averaging in double figures. That shows you how balanced they are as well. Drive by Blazek, but he got cut off. 8 on the shot clock. Blazek drives, kicks it out to Harvey. Back to Blazek with 2 on the shot clock. Fading away, and Blazek buries the triple. He's got 5. Wow, what a start for Benedictine. 19-6. We've played over 7 minutes. Wiest will fire the triple. He is off, but Crittenden gets the offensive rebound. Fires it to Wiest, who goes to the glass and puts it in. Kyle Wiest with a field goal, and a timeout taken here by John Baines. A 30-second timeout taken by the Blue Jays. 12:47 remaining here in this first half. Hot start by the Eagles of Benedictine University. 19-8 over the Blue Jays. By the way, this is the 25th meeting between Elmhurst and Benedictine in men's basketball. The Blue Jays lead the overall series 14-10, and the Blue Jays have won 5 of the last 6 meetings against the Eagles. But as I mentioned, the Eagles starting off well here tonight, looking for their 3rd straight victory over their 3rd straight CCIW opponent to start the season. Here's Johnson backing in, kicks it out to Harvey. He'll fire the triple and bury it. Harvey with the 3, and I tell you what, you got to get a hand on in all of these Eagles. They can shoot. Into the game for Elmhurst is number 3, Eric Leonard. Also number 1 with the ball, Peyton Wyatt. Also into the game, Brandon Schwebke, number 23, and the Blue Jays turn it over. Jalen Loving in there as well. Kenny Payonk, number 32. So a whole new line change for the Blue Jays. Second unit into the game here with 12:07 to go here in this first half. We'll see if the second unit can play well and get the Blue Jays back into this one. Double teamed and a 3-second violation as Tim Reamer camped out in the lane just a little too long, and the Eagles turn it over to the Blue Jays. A little over 8 minutes have gone by here in this first half. Mark Kruger, delighted to have you logged on to BlueJayTV.com. Bad pass by Loving. Reamer picks up his dribble. Goes baseline, and looks like he got fouled by Kenny Payonk. Kenny's first. Another look at it right there. Yeah, a little body contact there by Payonk, the 6'6 senior out of Oak Forest, Illinois. Payonk went to Sandburg High School, former Eagle. 22-8. Here's a triple by Blazek, and that one is off. Hits the back of the iron, right into the hands of Peyton Wyatt. Quickly ahead, this is Loving. Loving takes it all the way, whistle, and a double dribble call. Another turnover for the Blue Jays. Mac Brown into the game for the Eagles. Mac Brown is a 6-foot senior out of Chicago. Went to Plainfield East High School. Here's Harvey dribbling on the near side. Bounce pass, and it's stolen by Schwebke. Brandon Schwebke with a nice bounce pass to Leonard. Couldn't go. Ball goes out of bounds to who? The officials look at each other, and boy, they give the ball to the Eagles. A little bit indecision there by the two officials, but they give it to the Eagles. Coming up on the 11-minute mark of this first half, non-conference game, and an offensive foul on Teron Harvey. Good job by Leonard. And back into the game, John Dodson. He's going to replace Harvey. In that victory against Greenville for the Blue Jays, Kyle Wiest had a team-high 26 points in that ball game. And we're going to have an offensive foul here. Let's take another look at it. Well, Payonk's going to pick up his second. Quickly, Will Nixon is going to come in. Payonk is going to sit down with those two fouls. 22-8. Crittenden and Wiest are the only two Blue Jays with field goals. Wiest has one field goal. Crittenden has three. Inside, and what's the call? Traveling violation call. So wave off the bucket. Into the game, number 11 for Benedictine is Matt Charlton. Matt got called for the violation. Up top, here's Wyatt. He'll fire the triple, hit the front of the rim, no, and the rebound, Charlton. Still 22-8. That three ball is good by Mac Brown. And that makes it 25-8 in favor of the Eagles. Boy, who would have thought this, that the Blue Jays, their home opener, coming out a bit flat here. Wyatt up top. Schwebke, he'll fire the three. Another missed three. Wyatt, though, got the rebound. Tried to shovel it off to Nixon. Will back off the glass. No. Nixon again. No, but he was fouled. Good fight for the Blue Jays on the offensive glass. Now check that was Jalen Loving with the putback, number 42. So he will shoot two. Foul, by the way, was on Lucas Johnson of the Eagles, his first. Loving misses the first free throw. He'll have one more. Back in the game for the Eagles is number 35, Adam Reynolds. He replaces Luke Johnson. One more free throw coming for Jalen Loving. He can't hit that one. Battle for it. Ball is loose, and it's tracked down by Charlton of the Eagles. Blue Jays can't hit anything right now. They've been stuck on 8 for the last couple of minutes. 25-8. Charlton drives, got double teamed. Reynolds from the outside, no. Rebound pulled down by Nixon. Will gives it up to Leonard. Leonard into the front court. Leonard, it goes off his leg and out of bounds. Yet another Blue Jay turnover. Wiest back into the game replacing Wyatt. Boy, someone has got to step up. Bryant Ackerman coming back into the game replacing Loving for Elmhurst. Leonard with some pressure in the backcourt. Dodson gets it across the timeline. Reynolds, backdoor cut. Brown to the left hand, no. Dodson with the rebound, and he got fouled. Boy, the Eagles doing a great job of hitting the glass here. Foul is going to be on Bryant Ackerman as you take a look at the tail end there. Ackerman, his second, and John Baines has seen enough and wants a timeout here. Timeout, Blue Jays, 8:59 remaining here in this first half. 25-8 in favor of the Eagles. We mentioned Benedictine with the 2 wins over CCIW teams. They opened the season with an 88-86 victory over Illinois Wesleyan. Michael Blazek had 23 points for the Eagles, but it was Luke Johnson. Johnson hit a jumper with 1 second remaining to clinch the victory for the Eagles. And then against Wheaton, 5 Benedictine players were in double figures, and Benedictine beat Wheaton 76-61. So the Eagles, even though they are not ranked, they're a quality opponent. Last time these two teams met, back on November 20th, 2013, Blue Jays defeated the Eagles in Lisle by 1, 77-76. Benedictine led for the majority of that second half, but Nick Sanford with a layup with 4 minutes to go. Then down the stretch, Elmhurst survived a 3-point attempt by Blazek at the buzzer to come away with the 1-point victory, 77-76. Free throw by Dodson is good. John will have one more here. 26-8. Missed the second free throw, tapped around, it goes to half court. Leonard does not want to touch it. Ball goes out of bounds to who? Oh, looks like they're giving the ball to the Blue Jays. The Eagles, 7 trips to the foul line. The Blue Jays with just 2. Back into the game is Michael Blazek for the Eagles. He replaces Matt Charlton. Blue Jays have some work to do to get back into this game. Wiest, he'll fire up the triple. That one is off. And the rebound taken down by Reynolds. He tosses it to Dodson. (26-8) in favor of the Eagles. Reamer down on the block, battling with Leonard. Reamer, the turnaround is short, into the hands of Schwebke. Schwebke to Leonard, back to Schwebke. Schwebke takes it in, dumps it off to Wiest. Good ball movement. Ackerman for 3. That one won't go. Boy, oh boy. Blue Jays just ice cold here to start this game. 8 minutes remaining here in this first half. Reamer down on the block to Reynolds. Reynolds backing in, turns. Oh, beautiful move. And Reynolds with the 2 points. 9 for Adam Reynolds. Ackerman back the other way off the glass and in. So Bryant Ackerman in transition gets the field goal, and it's 28-10. Eagles by 18. Triple attempt by Dodson as he gets it to go, his second from downtown. Dodson with 7. Good balanced offensive attack by the Eagles. 5 different Eagles in the scoring column, and now we're going to have a foul against the Eagles. As we see Harvey back into the game along with Johnson. And for the Blue Jays, Eric Crittenden back in. Pat Coleman comes back in as well. Wiest tried, he did get it to Crittenden. Crittenden drives, leaves it short. Rebound to Johnson. Good strong move by Crittenden, he just left it short. Nice move by Dodson, and he lays it in. 9 points for John Dodson, and quickly at the other end, Blue Jays turn it over. Boy, oh boy. John Baines, you can't wait for this half to end. 33-10. Dodson holding on the near side, working around a screen. Takes it all the way, dumps it off to Reynolds. Ball is loose, and it's finally picked up by Nixon. Nixon gives it to Coleman. Coleman to Ackerman. Ackerman's three. That one is off. Crittenden got the rebound. Wiest instead tapped around, and Wiest gets it back. Boy, you can just see the little bit of hesitation in Wiest's shot now because he's missed a couple of threes, and he's tentative to shoot now. Ackerman, he'll shoot, and he'll hit. Second field goal of the night by Bryant Ackerman, and it's 33-12. Blue Jays just trying to chip away here, trailing by 21. 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. A near perfect first half by the Eagles. Reynolds drives, blocked by Nixon. Crittenden almost carry the ball. Inside to Nixon, has it stripped nicely by Harvey, out of bounds. 5:44 left to play in the half. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Wiest will trigger the inbound here for the Blue Jays. Get it into Crittenden. Crittenden tries to create some space, and he got fouled. I believe it's going to be on Blazek. Take another look at it. Crittenden with a good position, and there was some body contact there by Blazek. Mike's first. So Crittenden to the line here. A 92% free throw shooter on the year. Well, the woes continue for the Blue Jays. Elmhurst 0 for 3 from the foul line here in this first half. Crittenden will get one more. Second free throw is good. Eric has 7. He's the leading scorer for the Blue Jays. 33-13. And remember, Elmhurst averaging 98 points per game. They've got 13 right now with 5.5 left to go in the first. Johnson bounce pass to Harvey. And that one blocked by Nixon. Blazek wanting a goaltend, but the officials are not giving it to him. Ackerman, bounce pass to Nixon, down on the block. Will goes baseline, and we got a whistle and a foul as Nixon made the move. Oh, they're saying he stepped on the end line. Let's take another look at it here. Will, well, couldn't see it from that angle right there, but they're saying his left foot hit the end line there. So another turnover by the Blue Jays. Harvey, nice bounce pass to Reynolds, who leaves it short. Strong rebound by Crittenden. Coleman on the drive. It's no good. Tapped around and finally corralled by Johnson. Dodson making the move on Coleman. Kicks it out. Blazek for 3. That one is off. Crittenden with another rebound. Eric pushing it up. Crittenden spins off the glass. No, a whistle, and we're going to have a foul. Here's another look at it here. Crittenden a little bit out of control, but he got bailed out on the foul by Lucas Johnson. Luke, that's his second. So Crittenden will shoot 2 as we're going to have some substitutions here after this free throw. Jalen Loving into the game for the Blue Jays. 6 team fouls for Elmhurst, 5 team fouls for Benedictine. As Crittenden hits that free throw, he'll have one more. Peyton Wyatt into the game for the Blue Jays. Schwebke back in as well. Eric Leonard into the game for Elmhurst also. Eric's second free throw is also good. 9 points for Eric Crittenden. And it's 33-15. Benedictine with the lead. The drive by Reamer. That's no good. And who's it out at? Official saying stay here. Let's take another look at it here. Well, it looked like it may have went off of Crittenden's back. Good hustle on the play there by Zach Gorney, number 23, a sophomore out of Huntley. Huntley, by the way, having a tremendous football season this year. 4:15 to go. Turnaround. The shot by Blazek is off, but there's Harvey to the glass, and Tehran puts it in. 9 points for Harvey. The lead is back up to 20 for the Eagles. 35-19, under 4 minutes to go here in this first half. Wyatt up top to Loving as they work it around to Leonard. Leonard kicks it back. That 15-foot shot no good by Payonk. Out of bounds, so the Blue Jays, they'll get a new shot clock. So the Blue Jays, boy, oh boy, their leading scorer, Kyle Least, averaging about 17 a game with just 2 points here in this first half. But not just Kyle, it's been the whole Blue Jay team that has been flat. Loving, he'll fire up a triple. Boy, he almost banked that one in from the corner. Reamer into the front court, picks up his dribble, hands it off to Harvey. Harvey right back to Reamer. Reamer squares up, makes the move baseline, goes to the reverse, count the bucket and the foul on Kenny Payonk. Wow, what a move by Tim Reamer. Take a look at it as he goes to the reverse, got fouled, and he'll look to complete the three-point play. What a move by Tim Reamer. For Payonk, that's his third. So he's going to come out of the game. Will Nixon returns. The Eagles just seem to be a little quicker tonight. Good thing for the Blue Jays is there's still another half of basketball left. They can turn things around here. Reamer completes the three-point play, and it's 38-15 with just over 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Nice bounce pass to Loving, who slams it home. Loving with the dunk. Nice pass by Eric Leonard. And Loving smashes it home. See if that can spark this Blue Jay team for the final 2:45 of the half. Reamer drives, lost it, but Dodson saved it before it went out of bounds. Here's Reamer. Cross-court pass to Blazek. Blazek will launch the triple, yes. Michael Blazek, his second from downtown. He's got 8. 41-17. Triple by Wyatt. That hits the back of the iron. Batted around, and it's going to go to the Eagles. Back into the game is Kyle East, number 20. Loving will have a breather here. You are logged on to Blue Jay basketball here at BlueJayTV.com. Surprise from R.A. Fagnall Hall here in this first half. It's been all Eagles, 41-17 over the 8th-ranked Elmhurst College Blue Jays. Leonard with a beautiful move. So Eric Leonard with his first field goal, and it's 41-19. Reamer looking to get it inside, instead to Dodson. 2 threes battling each other, Dodson and Leonard. Here's Dodson. Makes the move on Leonard, loses it. Blazek lost it. Weiss didn't want to touch it. Wisely done by Kyle. It goes out of bounds for the Blue Jays. So a rare Eagle turnover here in this first half. And Dodson coming up slow. Officials calling a timeout, walking over to make sure he's okay. Dry out some moisture on the court. 1:23 left to go here in this first half. 41-19, Eagles with the lead. Harvey with 9. John Dodson with 9. So the starting backcourt with 9 points apiece. Michael Blazek has 8. Adam Reynolds also has 9. Lucas Johnson, by the way, Luke is the only starter for the Eagles who has yet to score. Leonard into the front court, guarded by Harvey. Here's Wyatt. Crittenden will pull up from the elbow. No. Rebound to Reamer. Exactly 1 minute remaining here in the first half. Reamer holding. Reynolds, he'll fire up the triple and he'll hit. Reynolds having himself a great game. He's got a dozen. He's the leading scorer for the Eagles, and it's 44-19. Crittenden wanting it on the block, and he gets double teamed from the baseline, stolen by Harvey. Good anticipation there by Harvey, anticipating that pass into the post, and he picked it off. Reynolds down on the block, has it the ball blocked by Crittenden, and they're going to say it's a held ball. Possession arrow goes to the Eagles, and Adam Reynolds is down. Take another look at it here. A lot of banging going on, and that's where Reynolds got hit in the face, it looks like. And he's just trying to shake it off the best he can. And it looks like Coach Bunkenberg is going to go to the bench. They're going to bring Adam out. Into the game is going to be number 23, Zach Gorney. And Reynolds doesn't want to come out, but his eyes are closed. He can't see right now. So he's going to get some attention on the bench for the Eagles. Actually, he probably is going to go right into the locker room with just 25 seconds to go in the half. So the Eagles will go for the last shot here, leading 44-19. Blue Jays back in the 2-3 zone. Dodson will fire up the triple, and it goes in. John Dodson. 2 seconds to go. Leonard to Wiest at the buzzer, and it is off to the left. What an impressive first 20 minutes of basketball by the visiting Eagles of Benedictine University. The Eagles lead it here at the break by a score of 47-19. We'll take a timeout and come back to recap this first half and bring you second half of action from R.A. Fagnall Hall. You are logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
Welcome to the cultural season at Elmhurst College. Elmhurst is a place of values and conviction. We were founded by 19th century reformers who believed in human potential, loved learning, and had standards. More than 140 years later, we still do. We still attract students and teachers who want to think for themselves and act on principles, who challenge and respect one another, who engage, serve, and celebrate our diverse, dynamic, interdependent world. A few years ago, to be clear about things, we wrote down our core values. This year, we asked some of our students what those values mean to them.
Elmhurst College is unique in so many ways.
Here we really do have values, and my professors know the values, and they push me to be those values.
Stewardship and faith and community and service, and it really does bring in kind of a level of just interaction with values that you never go up before.
As you kind of develop yourself over the years, you start to realize these values mean so much more, and you start to uncover the true meaning behind them.
You begin to see equivalencies between your life and the school, and then you discover that you're not just in a place of learning, you're also in a place of growing, you're in a place of maturity and value, exactly that, core values.
Intellectual excellence means allowing our minds to grow in ways that we've never thought they could before. It means exploring those new pathways, seeing how we could do things different. It means stepping outside of our box of what we know and what we're comfortable with and taking those risks to really grow and make things better. I think that's really the core of what intellectual excellence is.
The professors set the standard of intellectual excellence, and that rubs off on the students, and I feel like that's rubbed off on me.
You really have to push yourself. So to know that's actually a value here is pretty important, because that's something I value on my own. So if my college values it as well, that means I really belong here.
To say that Elmhurst College values community, I think, is an understatement. I think Elmhurst College is community in so many ways.
Coming to Elmhurst College, a small college, it has to be about community.
It doesn't really matter who you are or where you've come from. Everyone here will just love you for who you are.
The fact that every individual and every unique person is allowed to be in an environment together and learn from each other and grow with each other.
Just the fact that it's smaller and that you form those one-on-one relationships, it encourages like creativity and questioning and all the things I wanted out of my college experience.
Social responsibility means caring for each individual as a person.
There are all these people, and they're all more important than my general happiness as a single person.
You're not only trying to better yourself, but I feel like it also means it's your job that you better your community too.
Knowing that there's something larger than yourself and that you can play a part in making someone else's life better.
Taking what I learned from my family, that others come before me, and translating that into the entire world.
It's really awesome to be in a place where not only are you worrying about academics, but it's also teaching me how to be a better person.
To me, stewardship is just being responsible, really thinking about your actions.
If I'm going to say that, I believe in this philanthropy, I think we should do this, I need to follow through with my actions.
What I found coming to Elmhurst is that there are lots of people that feel the same way. So it was easy to find a group of people who were so engaged in service and so willing to help.
Kind of made me reflect on, what do I value in life? Why am I here? They really did kind of push me to the next level and make me think about that, and I think that I'm a better person for it.
Values really help shape identity. If you really don't understand your values, you're not really understanding a part of who you are.
I was more sheltered until I came here, and Elmhurst has really kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and learn more about what I want to do and what I believe in.
Places like the chaplain's office and the Niebuhr Center for Faith and Action give me safe places where I can go to discuss my faith and to discuss my values with people that I know I trust and people that I know I can count on to influence me and to lead me in the right direction.
You can never be forced out of your faith or forced into a different kind of faith as long as you're at Elmhurst, that you really are given the ability to take your pick and always have encouragement from your peers, never shunned or excluded or pressured into something else. There's always a place for you.
If you believe you're here on this earth for a reason, that's going to affect the way you live your life. That's going to affect the way you treat your academics, the way you treat your social life, the way you look at your future and the goals that you have. Those things seem like really big things, but all of that boils down to the way you live your everyday life.
We value
intellectual excellence,
community,
social responsibility,
stewardship,
faith, meaning, and values.
Last year we had all of our girls leave except me and another girl, so we kind of got put into our captain positions. And it's not that I didn't want to do it, but I didn't know if I was ready to take that leadership role yet. But because I was thrown into it, I had to do it. So it helped me as a person and to help lead the dance team and be in control. I mean, it's difficult sometimes, no doubt about it. It's very stressful sometimes, but I probably, as much as I complain about it, I probably wouldn't change it for the world because it's making me who I am today.
I have had a great experience at Elmhurst. I'm obviously involved with the volleyball program, and it's been a really good experience for me. I would say we're pretty close because we practice 5 days a week for 2.5 hours. We're lifting, we're doing bonding things, and we're traveling on the weekends. So you're pretty much with these girls for 3 months every single day for hours. So we're all pretty close, and we rely on each other and ask each other for help.
I've had a great experience at Elmhurst, I really have. I think that the college is all about making the individual well-rounded, and I do think that I have grown up a lot since I've been at college. I've played soccer and I'm in the nursing program, and I lived on campus for 2 years. It's been great, and I've made so many new friends, and there's just so much here to offer. I just love it.
I really like doing the dance team because I've been dancing since I was 3, so coming here and joining the dance team was an obvious choice of something that I'd wanted to do. The whole experience for me is a confidence builder, and being able to connect with students in the crowd, not even to know them, but just to get them to smile while you're at a game, I think that's such a great feeling. To know that, someone might have been having a bad day and they come and watch you dance, and maybe it's one of their favorite songs in the world that makes them smile no matter what. And to be able to be a part of that and to connect to somebody in that manner, I think that's a really cool experience to share in.
Wrestling here has been great. I've been able to achieve some of my goals I've set for myself, and I guess coming to a smaller school in wrestling, I got to be able to start right away and wrestle every year so far. Coming here and be able to compete right away is great. Going into college, I really didn't know what I was going to do. I was undecided, and then going through taking classes, I figured out what I wanted to do. I want to work with other people, with kids, and help them develop.
The balance with athletics in school, it's just, with me, I did it all throughout high school, so I needed to do sports in order to stay focused. I was injured my freshman year, and I just felt so off track. It didn't feel natural. I think a lot of the students coming from high school and coming to D3, it's what they need to stay focused. If you could do it in high school, you could do it here. You can just join the team and just have fun. It's nice having that other family aside from being at home. Don't be afraid to go out there and try new things.
I have had a great experience at Elmhurst. I'm obviously involved with the volleyball program, and it's been a really good experience for me. I would say we're pretty close because we practice 5 days a week for 2.5 hours. We're lifting, we're doing bonding things, and we're traveling on the weekends. So you're pretty much with these girls for 3 months every single day for hours. So we're all pretty close, and we rely on each other and ask each other for help.
I've had a great experience at Elmhurst, I really have. I think that the college is all about making the individual well-rounded, and I do think that I have grown up a lot since I've been at college. I've played soccer and I'm in the nursing program, and I lived on campus for 2 years. It's been great, and I've made so many new friends, and there's just so much here to offer. I just love it.
I really like doing the dance team because I've been dancing since I was 3, so coming here and joining the dance team was an obvious choice of something that I'd wanted to do. The whole experience for me is a confidence builder, and being able to connect with students in the crowd, not even to know them, but just to get them to smile while you're at a game, I think that's such a great feeling. To know that, someone might have been having a bad day and they come and watch you dance, and maybe it's one of their favorite songs in the world that makes them smile no matter what. And to be able to be a part of that and to connect to somebody in that manner, I think that's a really cool experience to share in.
Wrestling here has been great. I've been able to achieve some of my goals I've set for myself, and I guess coming to a smaller school in wrestling, I got to be able to start right away and wrestle every year so far. Coming here and be able to compete right away is great. Going into college, I really didn't know what I was going to do. I was undecided, and then going through taking classes, I figured out what I wanted to do. I want to work with other people, with kids, and help them develop.
The balance with athletics in school, it's just, With me, I did it all throughout high school, so I needed to do sports in order to stay focused. I was injured my freshman year, and I just felt like so off track. It didn't feel natural. Like, I think a lot of the students coming from high school and coming to D3, it's like what they need to stay focused. I mean, if you could do it in high school, you could do it here. You can just join the team and just have fun. It's nice having like that other family aside from like, you know, being at home. Don't be afraid to go out there and try new things.
And we welcome you back to R.A. Fagnall Hall. We are at halftime. The Blue Jays have their work cut out. They trail 47-19 to the Eagles of Benedictine University on this Thanksgiving Eve. And by the way, from all of us here, wishing you a very, very happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. Mark Kruger and our entire crew, glad you're logged on to BlueJayTV.com. Blue Jays come into tonight with a record of 3-0. The Eagles 2-0. First half, leading the way for the Blue Jays, Eric Crittenden had 9 first half points. Bryant Ackerman with 4. Leonard, Wiest, and Loving each with 2 for the Blue Jays. As far as the Eagles of Benedictine University, 47 points, 12 by Dodson, 12 by Reynolds, 9 by Harvey, 8 by Blazek, 3 by Reamer off the bench, 3 by Brown off the bench. That's where we're at. The Blue Jays did not hit one bucket from behind the arc in that first half. They only went to the foul line 6 times. They were 3 for 6 from the foul line in that first half. The Eagles were 7 of 9 from the foul line in that first half. So the Blue Jays are going to have to chip away here. This is their home opener of the season. The women Blue Jays were victorious last night in their home opener here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. They defeated Aurora University 79-68. 4 Blue Jays in double figures for the ladies last night. Kayla Jones had 14. Michaela Coomer had 13, Claire Monroe had 12, and Michaela Eppert had 11. All right, so it's going to be Blue Jay ball here to start the third quarter. Coleman handing it off to Wiest. Jalen Loving, number 42, getting the start here in the second half. Him and Nixon up front. Crittenden getting the ball baseline. 10 on the shot clock. Crittenden leans in to the left hand. Yes, good start to the second half, I should say. Crittenden now in double figures with 11. 3-point field goal attempt. That one is off by Johnson. Loving back up top to Coleman. Thought he was going to try for the 3. Instead goes inside off the glass. Yes! Count it and the bucket. Pat Coleman looking to complete the 3-point play. Well, this is, I'm sure, what John Baines is looking for from his Blue Jay club. Fouls on Adam Reynolds, his first. So Pat Coleman now with a chance to complete the 3-point play. He does. A 5-0 little spurt here by the Blue Jays to start the second half, and a 5-second violation. Coach Bunkenberg, there you see the official counting. And I was just going to say, he's probably going to burn a timeout, and he's going to take a 30-second timeout with just 44 ticks of the clock going off here in this second half. As Coach Bunkenberg talks to his Eagles, who played so well in that first half, but still have a very, very comfortable lead here. 47-24 in favor of the Eagles. Benedictine, boy, they shoot the ball very, very well. Their field goal percentage as a team, 52%. That is outstanding. And they proved it in that first half. Shot very, very well. All right, so after the 5-second violation, the Blue Jays will inbound it here. Coleman looks to get it in to Crittenden. Crittenden, and he traveled. So the Blue Jays return the favor with a turnover of their own, and now Elmhurst with full court pressure. Tipped by Crittenden, but it hit the back of the backboard, looked like, so it remains Eagles basketball. And, oh, they're calling a push. A push on Crittenden. Here's another look at it here. Or it may have been Wiest, too, number 20. They're calling it on Wiest. His first, I should say. 47-24, Eagles with the lead. Dodson blocked by Crittenden. Oh, what a putback by Luke Johnson. His first 2 points of the game. 49-24. Wiest on the far side. Makes the move. Skip pass over to Coleman. Coleman drives baseline off the glass and in. Pat Coleman being very aggressive here in the second half. He already has 5 points. 49-26. Wide open, and laying it in at the other end is Michael Blazek. And the Blue Jays turn it over as they try to up-tempo this game. (51-26). 25-point lead by Benedictine. Dodson continues to dribble, guarded by Coleman. Blazek, he gives it off to Harvey. Harvey will pull up. That jumper is short, and it's Nixon with the rebound. Quickly ahead, Loving. In transition to the left hand, can't get it to go. Crittenden tried to follow. Eagles the other way. Reaching by Coleman, and he's going to get hit with a foul. For Pat Coleman, his second. It's also the team's second. Here's another look, the reach in, and yeah, he reached in, got some contact. Second foul on Pat Coleman. Reynolds will inbound it. Reynolds still looking. Ball is loose. It goes off of Crittenden. It'll be Eagles basketball. Good pressure D by Elmhurst, denying the inbounds pass. So Reynolds will look to inbound here on the near side now. And the officials talking to Teron Harvey about something. Reynolds is going to inbound it, and he gets it into Dodson. 7:38 remaining here in this second half. Inside to Johnson, blocked. Here's Harvey, kicks it out. Harvey thought about taking it, instead goes inside to Johnson, and Luke puts it in with the left hand. 4 for Johnson. 53-26. Nixon handing it off to Coleman. Coleman, the jumper, no. Loving, though, his putback is off. Crittenden, third opportunity, no. Crittenden battling. Off of who? Off of the Eagles. It'll be Blue Jay basketball. Boy, they had 3 and 4 opportunities that trip. Crittenden battling on the offensive glass. Loving as well. Weiss to Nixon, right back to Weiss. He'll pull up from 12 and hit. Nicely done. Weiss now with 4 points. Quickly the other way, and the easy bucket there by Michael Blazek. Blazek now with 12, and the Blue Jays simply did not get back defensively. Coleman goes with the left hand. Boy, Pat Coleman has 7 of the Blue Jays' 11 second half points. But the Blue Jays can't keep trading buckets. That one is knocked away by Weiss. It'll be Eagles basketball with 16 on the shot clock. Back in the game, Leonard for the Blue Jays, as well as Brandon Schwebke. Also into the game now for the Blue Jays is Peyton Wyatt, number 1. Blue Jays need some stops. They need a couple of stops. See if they can get one here. There it is, a turnover and a steal right off the inbounds pass. Leonard gives it to Schwebke. Nice pass to Nixon, who goes to the reverse and lays it in. Will's first 2 points of the game. Boy, the Blue Jays need him offensively. Back the other way, Nixon got a piece of that attempted shot by Blazek, and the putback good by Johnson, and the Blue Jays simply are not getting back defensively, but Coach Bunkenberg of the Eagles wants a timeout here. Full timeout taken by Benedictine University as you see Coach Bunkenberg and his assistants talking things over. His assistants, Joe Fano, Matt Jones, Frank Jansek. Frank not here with the club tonight. But this is an impressive Eagles basketball team. As I mentioned, they've beaten Illinois Wesleyan and Wheaton College to come into tonight's game 2-0. And they're putting a hurting on these Blue Jays. 57-32. By the way, the conference begins for the Blue Jays on January 2nd. They'll take on Illinois Wesleyan right here at R.A. Fagenal Hall. 4 o'clock tip-off. Illinois Wesleyan ranked number 24. Elmhurst ranked number 8. And then if you're wondering about the number 1 ranked Augustana Vikings, well, they're the next home game for the Blue Jays. January 6th. Augustana comes to R.A. Fagenal Hall. That's a 7 o'clock tip-off. So after the timeout, Blue Jays basketball, 15:56 remaining. The lead is 25 for the Eagles. That one is knocked out of bounds by Blazek. It'll be Blue Jays basketball. Well, the threes that normally go down in that first half perhaps will go down for the Blue Jays here in the second half. They did not hit one from downtown in that first half. Let's hope that changes. Wiest leaves it short. Nixon saves it. Wiest, well, here's a 3-ball attempt. Front of the rim, no, and it goes out of bounds to the Eagles. So the Blue Jays yet without a 3-point field goal. Pressure now by the Blue Jays. Quickly ahead, nice behind the back dribble by Blazek. They kick it out to Reynolds. Dodson will fire up the triple, no. Rebound to Johnson, his putback is good. Well, Luke Johnson was shut out in that first half, but not no more. 4 field goals here in the second half, he's got 8. It's 59-32 Eagles. Leonard passed up on the three. Schwebke will take the three and he'll hit it. So the first triple by the Blue Jays comes at the 14:47 mark of the second half. 59-35. And the turnover for the Eagles over the outstretched arm of Luke Johnson. Still time left for the Blue Jays to get back into this one. Kenny Payonk into the game, replacing Will Nixon. But the Blue Jays are going to have to catch fire offensively, to say the least. Matt Cholton into the game, number 11. He replaces John Dodson. Boy, I've been very impressed with the backcourt for these Eagles as Weiss takes it all the way to the hoop, and he puts it in. Nice drive by Kyle Weiss. Weiss with 6. Oh, nice pass inside, and it's left short by Cholton, and battling for it, and a foul. Kenny Payonk getting fouled. Take another look at it there. You see Payonk getting double teamed and the reach in, and the foul on Michael Blazek, his second. Schwebke thought about the three, now faked it, and on the pass off, it got deflected and knocked away. Harvey in the open floor to the left hand and puts it in. 11 for Teron Harvey. His backcourt mate, John Dodson, has 12. As I mentioned before, they have been very impressive here tonight. Bounce pass into Payonk. Payonk makes the move, the half hook left short, and a rebound pulled down by Reamer and a foul. Well, another look at it here. The nice half hook there by Payonk, and there's the foul. Schwebke, Brandon's first. 3 team fouls for Elmhurst, 2 team fouls for Benedictine University. Again, full court man-to-man now by the Blue Jays. Leonard guarding Dodson. And Dodson gets it across, near carry, and he turned it over. Threw the ball in midair. And that's always not a very good idea. So on the Eagles turnover, Blue Jays basketball here. 13:26 remaining in the game. Schwebke holding. Up top, this is Wyatt. No good, rebound Reamer. Dodson in the front court, guarded by Leonard. 15 on the shot clock, popping out Reamer. Oh, nice drive, but leaving it short was Blazek. Reamer, though, fighting for the offensive rebound. His putback is good. Tim with 5, and it's 63-37. Loving driving baseline, and on the drive before the shot. Well, they're saying it was during the shot now, so he will shoot 2. The foul is on Michael Blazek, his 3rd. So Jalen Loving to the foul line. Misses the free throw there. Jalen is 0 for 3 from the foul line tonight. Mac Brown back into the game for the Eagles, number 22. Crittenden is going to come in for the Blue Jays here. And are they going to bring him in or they're going to wait? Now they're going to let him wait. One more free throw for Loving. That free throw is good, so now in comes Crittenden as he comes in for Schwebke. 63-38. Pressure in the backcourt. Now the Eagles have the numbers. 3-on-1, bounce pass, and the dunk by Luke Johnson. I tell you, the Eagles, boy, they solved that press awful easy. Triple attempt is off by Wyatt, And here comes Dodson in the open floor. Dodson in transition, takes it all the way. No, rebound pulled down by Leonard. Leonard quickly ahead to Wyatt, and he loses it. Bad pass. Leonard threw it behind Wyatt, and the Blue Jays turn it over. Pat Coleman back in the game, replacing Eric Leonard. Wiest back into the game. He replaces Payon. Reynolds is back for the Eagles. He replaces Johnson. 12-12 left to go in this one. Home opener for the Blue Jays. You are logged on to BlueJayTV.com, and we wish you a very happy Thanksgiving wherever you're logged on around the world. Reynolds holding here on the near side, guarded by Crittenden. Reynolds still holding, and we got a timeout. Timeout taken by Coach Bunkenberg as he was fearful of a 5-second violation, so the Eagles call a timeout. Not sure whether if it's a 30 or a full timeout. Looks like it's going to be a 30. A 30-second timeout taken by the Eagles of Benedictine University. $11:45 remaining in this one. Eagles jumped out quickly in this ball game, and they really never looked back. They led at halftime 47-19, and they lead it here at the 11:45 mark, 65-38 over the Blue Jays, the 8th-ranked Blue Jays. That, according to D3Hoops.com, the latest poll in Division III. Get it into Reynolds. Reynolds leans in, puts up a tough shot at the shot clock buzzer, and it will be a shot clock violation as the shot did not hit the rim. Pat Coleman into the front court here for the Blue Jays. Works around a Crittenden screen. Hands it off to Wyatt. Wiest inside to Crittenden. Crittenden goes to the glass. A blocking foul, though. He missed the shot. But Eric will come to the line here to shoot two. Mac Brown with the foul, his first. Or check that, his second. It's the 4th team foul. And so Crittenden will shoot two. Eric is 3 for 4 from the foul line tonight. Excellent free throw shooter on the year, a 92% free throw shooter. He'll have one more here. Makes them both. He's the leading scorer for the Blue Jays. He's got 13 points tonight. And it's 65-40. Still that full court pressure now by the Blue Jays. Trying to get a 10-second call. Dodson gets it across the timeline. Shot clock now is at 15. Inside to Reamer. He goes to the left hand and lays it in. Wow. Tim Reamer with 7. 11 minutes to go in this one. 67-40. Wyatt on the drive, and he is fouled by Reynolds. So Peyton Wyatt will come to the line here. He'll shoot two. Here's another look at it here. Nice drive by Wyatt over the back. Reynolds with some contact. So Peyton Wyatt, first trip to the foul line for Peyton. Makes the first one. He'll have one more. 67-41. Can't get the second one, but Loving gets the offensive rebound, and the Blue Jays will get another opportunity. Crittenden nearly carried the ball. Triple by Wyatt is good. Peyton Wyatt buries the triple from the far side, and it's 67-44. 10:30 remaining. Pressure at half court. Dodson in trouble. Now he bounce passes it to Reynolds. Reynolds wants some help. Instead, he walks up, dribbles, fires up a three. No, Crittenden and Reamer battling for the rebound. And they're going to call a held ball, possession arrow going to the Eagles. Harvey back in for the Eagles. Nixon back in for the Blue Jays. You got Loving, Nixon, Crittenden, Coleman, and Wiest out there for the Blue Jays. Harvey gets it in. Off the glass, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Matt Charlton. Wave off the bucket. Here's another look as you see Charlton drive. Good job by Wiest to hold his own. Maybe a little bit of acting there on Wiest as he took the charge. There was contact, however, so the offensive foul on Charlton is first. 67-44. We are halfway through the second half. Crittenden off-angled shot. Whoa, what a tip-in by Wiest. Oh, and he is holding his left elbow area, or now his right elbow, it looks like. Boy, did he go up high for that one. A beautifully timed tip-in by Wiest. They're going to count the bucket, and he'll have an opportunity to complete the three-point play. Great job from Kyle Wiest. The foul, by the way, was on Tim Reamer, his second. So Wiest, excellent free throw shooter himself, completes the three-point play. Wiest, an 80% free throw shooter this year. And it's, hey, just like that, it's just a 20-point deficit, chip away. 9:50 to go. Your next goal is get it down to 10. Bounce pass it to Reynolds. He dribbles out of the lane. 12 on the shot clock. Johnson back to Reynolds. Reynolds going to work on Nixon. Reynolds with a shot, yes. Adam Reynolds with 14. With the shot clock winding down. Boy, Reynolds has been impressive tonight too. 69-47. Loving handing it off to Nixon, who puts it in. Good assist by Loving as Will Nixon with the easy field goal. The lead is back to 20. And we got a foul here on Jalen Loving. See the reaching right there on Jalen. That's his first. It's the team's fourth. Benedictine over the foul limit already. The Eagles with 7 team fouls. Reynolds will inbound it here for the Eagles. Reynolds gets it into the backcourt to Dodson. Approaching the 9-minute mark of this one. Oh, and a steal by Schwebke. Brandon takes it all the way, leaves it short though. Harvey with the rebound. Oh man. Blue Jays miss an opportunity there. Johnson travel. Pretty good post-up defense by Nixon. Peyton Wyatt coming back into the game. Little more shooting. So he can bury the triple. Obviously, Wiest can bury the triple. The man with the ball can bury the triple, Coleman. Crittenden. And off the, well, it's going to remain Blue Jay basketball as Wyatt tried to go back door. 8:42 left. Nixon handing it off to Wiest. He fades away and buries it. Kyle Wiest with a nice shot. A little bit of a fadeaway there. 11 now for Wiest. Blazek dribbles out of trouble. Now back up top, Dodson. 15 on the shot clock. Dodson taps his head, setting up a play. Popping out is Johnson to set a screen. Dodson guarded by Nixon now. Bit of a mismatch there. Dodson with 1 second on the shot clock. Fires it up. Coleman with the rebound. Coleman leans in, creates some space, floats it up. Nixon tried to get the rebound. We got a whistle. It's going to be against the Blue Jays. Kyle Wiest, his second. It's the 5th team foul. Again, the Blue Jays with that pressure in the backcourt. But Harvey takes it all the way and lays it in. Teron Harvey with 13 and a steal. Harvey has it. Bounce pass to Reynolds. Back out, Blazek. Blazek on the drive, back up top to Harvey, and they'll run some clock here. Johnson backing in on Wiest, and on the move, Wiest commits the foul, his third. Boy, it has just not been the Blue Jays' night here tonight. Third team foul on Kyle. It's the 6th team foul. And so Luke Johnson to the line for the first time tonight. Luke with 10 points. He misses the free throw. All 10 of his points coming here in the second half. Loving comes in to replace Nixon. Second free throw. That one is good. Johnson with 11. Into the game, Nathan Rogers, number 24 for Elmhurst, more of a scorer out of North Montgomery. Coleman handing it off to Rogers as they work it around the perimeter. Loving takes it all the way, and the basket is good. They're calling it a block, so Loving looking to complete the three-point play. Here it is again. You see Loving, beautiful take, and that was a good call. That was a block. Foul is on Teron Harvey. That's his second. And so now an opportunity for Jalen Loving to complete the three-point play here. And now, well, they're just wiping off the moisture, it looks like, on the floor. So Jalen Loving will have one, look to complete the three-point play. Well, it's under 20. Missed the free throw. It's a 19-point lead, and we're going to have a traveling violation called against the Eagles. So a great effort by Blazek to go up and get the rebound, but he came down and he landed on his backside, and so the officials called a travel. Blue Jays with the ball. Wiest back into the game. Wiest to Coleman. This is Wyatt. Wiest will launch up the triple, and that's no good. Loving, though, with the rebound. 7 minutes remaining. Wiest back to Loving. Drives to the reverse, had it blocked. Crittenden blocked again, nicely by Johnson. Good interior defense by the Eagles that trip. Johnson gives it off to Harvey. Harvey with a nice bounce pass back to Johnson, but it was blocked by Loving. Beautiful block by Jalen. Finally picked up by Wiest. Coleman, Loving on the drive, and a whistle. They're going to call a blocking foul on Johnson. Boy, kind of a wild scene here. A bit out of control was Loving, but Johnson bailed him out. Third foul on Luke Johnson. Jalen Loving to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. So it is 72-54, 6:30 left in this one. Harvey and another foul. This one is going to be called on Nathan Rogers. And there you see the reach in and the blocking foul there on Rogers. And so that will bring Harvey to the line as the Blue Jays are over the limit. 17 fouls on the Blue Jays. Harvey, first trip to the foul line tonight. 14 points for Teron Harvey. 12 points for his backcourt mate, John Dodson. Two free throws are good. Back into the game for the Eagles is Tim Reamer, number 15. Boy, he's a hard-nosed player. Just the kind of guy you want to come off the bench for a team to provide that spark. And he's done just that for the Eagles tonight. Wiest will launch the triple. Yeah, he hits. And a timeout taken by John Baines. A full timeout after Kyle Wiest buries the triple. Wiest with just 2 points in the first half, but he has come alive with 12 points here in the second half. So 14 on the night for Kyle Wiest, 12 of those 14 in the second half. He's the leading scorer. Crittenden has 13 for the Blue Jays. Well, after tonight for the Blue Jays, they'll be at home here for a while. This is the first of 5 straight home games for the Blue Jays. So you may want to write these dates down and come on out in person to R.A. Fagino Hall. November 29th is the next home game against Alma College, 3 o'clock tip-off. December 2nd, Adrian College, that's a 7 o'clock tip-off. December 5th, Albion College, that's a 4 o'clock tip-off. And then December 9th, Olivet College, that's a 7 o'clock tip-off. All of those games here at R.A. Fagino Hall. Then the Blue Jays will go on the road December 12th at the University of Dubuque for a 4 o'clock tip-off. So the first of 5 straight home games for the Blue Jays. (74-57) in favor of the Eagles as we come up on the 6-minute mark of this contest. Harvey gets it across to Dodson. Harvey dribbles into some traffic. Leonard fell down, so that left Harvey wide open for the triple. 77-57, the lead is back to 20. Coleman for 3, no. Nice rebound by Luke Johnson. Dodson into the front court. Here's Reynolds backing down Wiest. Reynolds goes to the glass, too strong, but he follows it up. Reynolds with a putback, Adam with 16. 79-57. Wiest, he'll fire up the 3. That one is short. Right into the hands of Harvey. Harvey will walk it across the half-court line. 5 minutes, 5:01 remaining. And Coach Bunkenberg wants and gets a full timeout here. 5:01 remaining, and you have to think that Keith Bunkenberg, during this timeout, you take a look at him there on the left, I wonder if he's not going to talk to his ball club about running some clock, running the offense, getting the shot clock to perhaps under 10, just to run some clock and wind this thing down. Boy, oh boy, Benedictine, the Eagles have been impressive tonight. Right from the start of this game. They came out ready to play. The Blue Jays came out flat, and the Eagles have taken advantage. So barring a miracle here in the last 5:01, it looks like the Blue Jays will suffer their first defeat of the season. And the Eagles will remain undefeated. 3 victories over 3 different CCIW teams. Wins over Illinois Wesleyan, win over Wheaton, and now apparently a win over Elmhurst College. Again, barring a miracle here in the last 5:01. Glad to have you logged on to BlueJayTV.com. I'm Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you all the action here tonight from RA Fagnall Hall. Happy Thanksgiving from all of us. Johnson inbounding it, gets it into Reynolds. Reynolds dribbling it up top now, handing it off to Dodson. Now 10 on the shot clock. Indeed, the Eagles running some clock here now. 6 on the shot clock. Dodson drives, and it's knocked out of bounds by Nixon with 3 on the shot clock. Oh, they're giving the ball to the Blue Jays. Dodson can't believe the call. And substitution now, Peyton Wyatt is going to come in. You can see what Coach Baines is doing, offense for defense. Nixon with the block at the defensive end. He comes out of the game for Wyatt, who is more of a shooter. Coleman into the front court. 4:38 remaining. Crittenden makes the move and he traveled. Little bit of indecision there by Eric Crittenden. He thought about taking the shot, and last minute he decided to drive, and he dragged his pivot foot. Steal, here's Wiest. 2-on-2. Wiest leans in, puts up the shot, count it, and he'll come to the line looking to complete the three-point play. And Wiest is still down. Here's another look at it here. Tough shot by Wiest. He drew the contact. And once he knew he had the contact, he just kind of threw it up. And it went in, so he'll look to complete the three-point play. Reynolds with the foul, his second. Good balance there by Kyle Wiest. And now Nixon back in for defense. Nixon coming in replacing Crittenden. Wiest trying to gather himself, stretch out just a little bit. Good piece of officiating as they are giving Kyle that little extra time to kind of clear the cobwebs. He does complete the three-point play, and that makes it 79-60. 19-point deficit. 17 points for Wiest. 15 of those 17 coming in the second half. Dodson, as the Eagles, you hear motion coming from the Eagles sideline. Looking for movement away from the basketball. 7 on the shot clock now. Harvey sees it, puts in a lean-in shot off the backboard, and that should be a shot clock violation. Well, they're saying play on. Nixon gets the rebound. Under 4 minutes to go. Rogers gives it up to Coleman, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Dodson. And it's going to be 2 shots as the Eagles with 10 team fouls, so double bonus time. And 2 free throws are coming here for Coleman. More importantly for the Blue Jays is it stops the clock. 3:48 remaining. Coleman hits the free throw. He'll have one more. Pat was shut out in the first half. He's got 8 points, all of them coming here in the second half. Looking for his 9th point of the game, and he's got it. 79-62. Boy, I'm just wondering what this game would be like if the Blue Jays came out right at the start of this game. They didn't come out flat. And a foul. It's going to be called on Michael Blazek, his 4th. You saw the foul right there. So Crittenden to the line. He'll shoot 2. Eric is 5 of 6 from the free throw line tonight. On the young season, a 92% free throw shooter. And of course, as I say that, he misses. Wiest back into the game, replacing Jalen Loving. Crittenden will get one more. 13 points for Eric tonight. $14 on the night now for Eric. It's 79-63. Again, pressure by the Blue Jays in the backcourt. Double team. Dodson gets it across half court. Bounce pass. Johnson tried to go up for the dunk and was fouled by Wiest. For Kyle, his fourth. Another look at it here as the Eagles break the pressure pretty good. A nice bounce pass there by Blazek to Johnson. And so Luke to shoot a couple of free throws here. Wiest with the 4 fouls. It's the 8th team foul. As Johnson misses that one, he'll have one more. Loving back into the game, replacing Nixon. Luke Johnson, his second free throw is good. That gives him a dozen, all of his points in the second half. 80-63. Coleman. Fadeaway. Boy, a Michael Jordan-esque type of a shot there by Pat Coleman. And it's 80-65. 15-point lead now by the Eagles. Bounce pass. Reynolds blocked by Loving. Blue Jays trying to get out in transition. Loving drives, puts it up. No, rebound to Reynolds. Under 3 minutes to go. And the reach-in foul by Eric Crittenden. Well, there you see Reynolds getting the offensive, and there's the reach-in by Crittenden. And so one and the bonus coming now for Adam Reynolds. Wyatt comes in for Coleman. For Reynolds, he is a perfect 2 for 2 from the foul line tonight. He's got 16. And he misses the front end. Loving with the rebound. 80-65. 2:43 remaining. Wiest to Crittenden. Goes up. Can't get it to go. His rebound, though, is good. Crittenden. And it's 80-67. It's a 13-point lead. And a foul by the Blue Jays. I'll tell you one thing about these Blue Jays. They have not quit. They have battled and battled and battled. And there you see the reach-in again by Crittenden. His second. 10th team foul. So 2 shots here now by John Dodson, who was 1 for 2 from the foul line tonight. Well, he misses it here. Folks, there's still time left. I know you may think I'm crazy, but stranger things have happened. 13 points now for Dodson, 81-67. A triple would cut the lead down to 11. 2:27 to go. Drive by Rogers, leans in, blocked by Johnson, out of bounds to the Blue Jays. Well, if you're Elmhurst, you need to start launching right now. You can't waste any time. As soon as you got an open shot, preferably a 3, you need to start launching. Time is starting to become your enemy more so than the Eagles. Rogers will inbound it here. And what's happening? Oh, a technical? I think the official may have teed up Jalen Loving. Jalen may have said something he wasn't supposed to. See if we can overhear Bruce Hill. It's a technical on Rogers. Yeah, okay. Nathan Rogers gets the technical. And so the free throw good by Harvey. Harvey will get one more. Second free throw is also good by Harvey. Boy, that hurts. And now the Eagles will get the ball. I believe, no, check that. It should be the Blue Jays basketball, and it is. Coleman will inbound it. But the 2 free throws by Harvey gives Benedictine an 83-67 lead. 2:21 remaining. They still have 20 seconds on the shot clock. Crittenden will fire up the 3. Missed. Into the hands of Loving, who lays it in. Jalen in the right place at the right time. Ball is loose. Wyatt comes away with it. Here's Coleman. Passes up a three, drives, off balance, shot is good. Wow. 83-71. The lead is 12. Just under 2 minutes to go. Hold on. Harvey holding, and there's the foul on Crittenden. Harvey back to the line to shoot two. That's what you have to do. You have to stop the clock. Really, no matter who has the basketball at this point, Harvey is a perfect 4 for 4 from the foul line. All 4 foul attempts coming here in the second half. 20 points on the night for Harvey. He's got 21. He has had a great game tonight for the Eagles. Into the game, Michael Blazek. 84-71. Oh, he missed. Crittenden with the rebound. 84-71. A triple cuts it down to 10. Weiss puts it up and count it. And he'll look to complete the three-point play. Another look at it here. The drive by Weiss, the contact, puts it up, and he'll come to the line here. Looking to cut the lead down to 10. 1:40 remaining. Kyle looking for his 20th point of the night. He had 2 at halftime. Needless to say, he woke up in the second half. 18 of his 20 points coming in the second half. The lead is down to 10. Win, lose, or draw, the Blue Jays fighting valiantly here in their home opener. And a whistle, what's the call? A 10-second violation or what's? Well, the one official is walking over to the scores table, and now the official is talking to the official scorer. Oh, I think there might be a clock situation here. The clock reads 1:40. The shot clock is at a full 30. And now the game clock is at 1:32, and the shot clock is down to 20. All right. So that's what it was. It was a clock situation. Again, you see at the lower right-hand part of your monitor, 1:32 on the game clock, 22 on the shot clock, and a foul on the inbounds pass. So that's, the clock does not move. Who was the foul on? Wyatt. Peyton Wyatt with the foul, and that puts Reynolds back to the foul line. Reynolds is 2 for 3 from the foul line. 16 points on the night for Adam, and he misses. One more coming for Reynolds. Crittenden back in for Nixon. Reynolds' second free throw is off. Crittenden with the rebound. Oh, man. A triple cuts it down to 7. Crittenden splits the defenders. Loving, put back. No. Oh, my, into the hands of Harvey. Loving had an offensive putback, but it was short. On a traveling violation called on Blazek. So again, the Blue Jays with an opportunity. Trailing by 10 with 1:14 to go. See if Weiss can get open behind the arc. Crittenden instead goes the other way. This is Wyatt. He'll fire up the three and hit. Peyton Wyatt's triple. And the Blue Jays are down by only 7. 1:06 remaining. Timeout taken by John Baines and the Blue Jays. What a comeback. The Blue Jays trailing by nearly 30 points in this game. They have come back to trail by only 7. But again, the time is a huge factor here. 1:06 remaining, and John Baines, I'm sure, is telling his club, foul immediately. And if you're wondering who to foul, well, Adam Reynolds is just 2 for 5 from the foul line tonight. Lucas Johnson is 2 for 4. You probably want to keep it out of the hands of the guards. Harvey, number 2, and Dodson, number 3. And then, of course, if you're Coach Bunkenberg, you want those guards to get the ball. You want Harvey and Dodson with the ball in their hands. So the chess match begins here. 1:06 remaining. It's been a thrilling ball game. Mark Kruger, Frank Trout, Glenn Liljeberg, and our entire crew, we thank you so much for logging on to BlueJayTV.com. It's been a good one. Blue Jays have battled and battled and battled. All right, here we go, down 7. Pressure in the backcourt. Double team in the corner. Johnson gets it to Dodson across half court. Trying to play keep away now, and there's the reach in on Jalen Loving. And the foul on Jalen, and that'll bring Dodson back to the line. John is just 2 for 4 from the foul line tonight. He's got 13 for Jalen Loving. That's his second. 2 shots coming here now for Dodson. And he comes up short. So the Eagles not shooting the ball well from the foul line here in the second half, kind of keeping the door open just a little bit. Second free throw by Dodson is good. 14 points for John, and it's 85-77. A triple would cut the lead down to 5. Wiest drives, dishes it off nicely to Loving, who puts it in. Nice pass by Wiest. 85-79, the lead is 6. And the foul, and that stops the clock with 45 seconds remaining. And they foul John Dodson. So Dodson, who was 1 for 2 from the foul line just a couple of seconds ago, comes back to the foul line. Crittenden with a foul, that's Eric's 4th. Dodson will have 2 shots here. And that free throw, nothing but net by Dodson. 15 points on the night for John Dodson. Second free throw, man, also nothing but net. Well, that's a senior for you. 87-79. Wiest for 3. Yes! Kyle Wiest hits the triple. It's a 5-point game. And a timeout taken by the Blue Jays. 87-82. Kyle Wiest with 23. (21) of Wiest's 23 points coming in the second half. Man, it has been one heck of a comeback. Pat Coleman has 13 points, all of his 13 points coming in the second half. Boy, if you could bottle up what Coach Baines talked about in the locker room, Blue Jays will be in good shape for the rest of the season. There came out a different team here in this, really the second half of the second half, the final 10 minutes of the second half. I think they knew that they were getting embarrassed here at home, and boy, they turned it up a notch, to say the least. You see the story, the bottom part of your screen, just under 40 seconds remaining. It's a 5-point lead. Blue Jays need a turnover here. If they inbound the ball, they're probably going to foul immediately. Well, they get it into Dodson. Dodson to Johnson to Harvey, and there's the foul. Well, Harvey is 5 for 6 from the foul line. All 6 attempts, and there's the reach in right there. All 6 of his attempts coming here in the second half. 2 shots for Harvey. He's a junior. Went to Glenbard East High School. Former Ram. Misses. One more coming for Teron Harvey. Crittenden back into the game, replacing Nixon. Man, 87-82. Whatever Harvey does here, a three-pointer by the Blue Jays would be a one-possession game. How about that? Harvey's good on the free throw, so it's a 6-point game, 88-82. A three ball here by the Blue Jays would mean it's a 3-point deficit. Crittenden passes up the three, takes it all the way in. No. Reynolds battling for the rebound. Coleman on the floor. What's the call? They're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow going to the Blue Jays. 24 seconds exactly remaining in the game. Well, we mentioned at the top, all 5 starters for the Eagles averaging double figures, and all 5 starters tonight in double figures. So they came ready to play here tonight. Wiest to inbound. Into Crittenden. He will fire just inside the arc. It's no good. The rebound by Johnson, and Johnson getting fouled. So Luke will walk down to the other end to shoot 2. Foul is on Jalen Loving, his 4th. Check that, his 3rd. So Luke Johnson to the line. He'll shoot 2. 12 points, all of them coming here in the second half. Now make it 13 points as he looks for number 14. And he gets the free throw. 14 for Lucas Johnson, all 14 of his points in the second half. 90-82. Coleman. Boy, that's something the Eagles did not want to do, commit a foul. Almost had the 3-point play. Take another look there, and there's the foul. Harvey with the foul, and that'll put Coleman to the line to shoot 2. 15 and 4/10 seconds remaining. Coleman's free throw is good. So Pat will have one more here. It's 90-83, 7-point lead for the Eagles. Second free throw by Coleman is also good. It's a 6-point lead. Pressure now in the backcourt. And there's the foul. It'll be Jalen Loving, I believe, with the foul. It is on Loving. That should be his 4th. Clock stops with 10 and 3/10 seconds remaining. Michael Blazek to the line. He will shoot for the first time from the foul line in the second half. He was 2 of 3 from the foul line in the first half. Rattles that one home. Blazek will get one more. And that should just about do it. One more for Blazek. That one is good. 14 points for Blazek. 92-84. Loving to Wiest. Off balance 3 ball, hits the back of the iron. No. Wyatt's putback is good. And a timeout taken by Elmhurst here with 2 and 2/10 seconds remaining. So the Eagles, with a hard-fought road victory, a very pesky Blue Jay team here tonight, battling all the way here to the very end, but it's going to be Benedictine University coming away with the victory. The Eagles improve now to 3-0. The Blue Jays will fall to 3-1. And I think a good lesson will be learned here by the Blue Jays is that you simply can't walk on your home court and expect a victory. Not at this level. John Baines with a very strong non-conference schedule. Every one of the Blue Jays' opponents is going to be tough this season. That's why you're ranked number 8. Home run ball, Blazek, and he's going to get fouled by Wiest. And Kyle, nice sportsmanship, helping Blazek up from the floor. And Kyle is just fouled out of the game. Kyle fouls out, I should say, with a game-high 23 points. Michael Blazek back to the line to shoot 2 more with 1 1/10 seconds remaining. 15 points now for Blazek. $16 for Blazek. And your final score is going to be 94-86 as the shot by Coleman, 3/4 court shot, goes short. So it's a victory for the Eagles as they knock off the Blue Jays 94-86. Let's get to the scoring for the Eagles. As I mentioned, all 5 starters in double figures. You had Reynolds with 16, Blazek with 16, Johnson with 14. All of Johnson's points coming in the second half. Dodson with 16, Harvey with 22 points for the Eagles. As far as the Blue Jays are concerned, Wyatt with 9, Coleman with 15, all 15 of his points coming in the second half. Wiest with 23, Crittenden with 16, and Jalen Loving off the bench with 10 points for the Blue Jays. So that'll do it. The Blue Jays are now 3-1. Their next game will be here at R.A. Fagenal Hall on December 2nd against Adrian College, 7 o'clock tip-off. Blue Jays now 3-1, Eagles now 3-0. For our entire crew, for Glenn Liljeberg, Frank Trout, I'm Mark Kruger saying so long from Elmhurst College. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, as the Eagles knock off the Blue Jays 94-86. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.